Apple just dropped Apple Invites, which isn't just an event app. It might just be a new way of locking you into the Apple ecosystem, but it does prove one thing at least, and that's Apple's not just giving you free stuff anymore. They seem to want to charge for a lot of new features. Today's video is brought to you by Brain.fm. It's focused music, it sounds great, it's science-backed, it really works. You can check it out for free using the link down below. So, Apple Invites is an event planning app, and it's fully baked into iCloud and Apple services. Now, this isn't just about event planning. Apple wants to be a default in a new category. The category is event planning, but just like Apple has probably become most people's default for messaging with iMessage and the default for file transferring with AirDrop, they want to be the default for how people plan events. Now, a question you could ask yourself is this a convenience? Or is it a lock-in move? Like, is Apple making your life easier, or are they making sure you never leave the ecosystem? Maybe both. Now, I've seen a lot of people super excited about it. Personally, I'm not doing a lot of event planning, so it doesn't really appeal to me on any level. But that said, I get why people would want the seamless integration if they are going to use a feature like this. On the other hand, I remember when Apple used to include stuff like Pages, Keynote, all this great software, GarageBand, for free when you bought your Mac, for instance. And it seems like a totally different Apple that I think we've all gotten used to these days, unfortunately, that's just charging for all this extra stuff. This isn't like a pro feature like, Logic or Final Cut Pro. This is just an event planning app, you know what I mean? And I've even seen some talk about how Apple Sherlocked, AKA kind of took this idea, borrowed this idea, maybe stole this idea from another app that was doing well on the App Store as well. That could be, I don't know. But it does seem like everything's a paid add-on these days within the ecosystem. I don't like that. Now, once Apple integrates something this deeply, then it doesn't stay optional. It's like iMessage. It will become the default. And if you're in the ecosystem, I think you'll feel pressure to use it because everyone's going to be using it. It's kind of like how the Photos app has become a default social networking app for so many people. And people share their photos through there, and you didn't even realize it was a social app, but it is. It's going to be the same thing here. So for you, if you would make use of this, you do some kind of event planning, but your friends aren't in the Apple world, then they're going to get cut out. Outside of that, I think this could set off a new wave of AI-driven event automation where your social life is kind of curated for you. Super easy in the short term to see Apple maybe expanding this to weddings or corporate events, AI-driven social event management. In the longer term, though, I think our social lives are, for a lot of people, going to be automated. And I think this is a tool that automation is going to make use of probably in the future. You're going to have an assistant that goes out and plans everything about your life for you, optimizes stuff, decides, oh, you're too burned out, you're not going to be able to attend this or whatever it is. That's coming. Computer use on the Mac for agents, that's coming. Already browsing the web, autonomously. So automated iPhone use, I think that's probably going to come as well. A lot of people questioned, why not just build this into Calendar? And I think that's a valid question. It seems like there's a million apps for everything. You have some people out there trying to build like the everything app, and this is sort of the opposite of that. And it's kind of funny because I think in the future with AI, we could easily get to the place where apps kind of cease to exist in their current form, and all you do is just sort of talk to some form of AI. Maybe you type whatever apps assemble on the fly or not. Like, I don't even know. This seems like a little bit short-sighted, perhaps from Apple's vantage point, but maybe not. But they have a vested interest to kind of keep the App Store the way that it is and things kind of plugging along the way that they are. So I don't know. I'd love to hear your feedback. Do you feel like this is cool? Is it dumb? Are you going to use it? Not? Is it revolutionary? Or what? Take it from someone who knows. Tech is changing fast. And AI is not just another tool. It's reshaping everything. The real question is, will you adapt or will you get left behind? My course, My AI Edge, is the course that gives you the strategy you need to stay ahead no matter where AI takes us next. Don't just watch the future. Own your place in it. Check it out now at thegreatonboarding.com.